Have you ever felt like you're not able to be proud of your own achievements? You keep chasing for more and more and it just never feels enough. This video is going to break down little details why you might feel that way and a concrete example of how you're going to be feeling pride in yourself. First off, why are you not proud of your own achievements? Some of those behaviors can stem from such a very young childhood. Perhaps you felt neglected in your childhood, like no one in your family would give you acknowledgement, or maybe you're constantly being judged and compared to others. All those combined and happen again and again consistently, they informed the person that who they are becomes unacceptable. When you think that way, all your achievements also feel hollow. It's like this. You keep feeding achievements and all your successes into yourself, but it's a bottomless pit. It keeps getting sunk down, falling down, but it never stops. When your identity feels like it's not enough, and when your identity is also very heavily connected to everything that you achieve, your achievements also feel hollow. Take for a cup example. Let's say that there is no bottom in that cup. It's a cup where you can keep pouring in, but all the water would go down. You pour water in and it goes down straight because there is nothing to catch the water. There is no container for the cup. Whenever you look back, it's an empty cup. It's empty because there is no container in the first place. You can't be proud of what you made when you're ashamed of yourself. That reflects on every action that you take. Whenever you do something, you also can't feel proud of the thing that you do. Not being able to be proud of yourself is not the only thing that shame affects. Shame takes control of every little part of your life. It acts as the core in the center that branches out to many different functions of your body, to many different categories of your life. So how do you know? What behaviors can you look for in yourself that tells you that you are feeling this way? I'm going to address three main things. One is protecting. Now, what does protecting mean? First off, you are building yourself a defense mechanism. You are building yourself a barrier to protect yourself from other people, from saying something, commenting something, remarking anything at all. You wanted to protect the parts that you feel vulnerable, something that's very fragile to you. You want to protect them. This is the core root, but it can come out in different ways. One being defensive. Somebody can give you a comment and you would immediately try to defend yourself. You couldn't let any remark less than positive. Because even if somebody says a neutral thing to you, you can still interpret it as a negative thing because you're feeling extremely shameful of yourself. You can over-explain yourself. You constantly feel like you have to make sure that you don't get misinterpreted by other people. So you might say, oh, I'm the type of person like this. I do this because of this. You keep extending yourself. You keep over-explaining yourself just to make sure that you don't get misinterpreted by anyone else. You're trying to protect that mental image that you have of yourself and make sure that other people also see you that way. One last thing is blaming and rejecting. See, these three things can occur simultaneously, or they can occur kind of at once in different ways, or it can occur separately. For example, let's say somebody gives a comment, oh, your skirt is crooked, and the person might go immediately defensive and say, no, it's not. But that's just being defensive. Now, blaming and rejecting, that person might immediately assume that the person who comments on her dress is such a terrible person to comment on other people's clothing. In reality, maybe that person isn't trying to be very judgy. Maybe that person is just trying to make sure that that person knows and can kind of change their clothing if they want to. One mistake or sentence can shake the identity. This is because the identity was never that solid in the first place. Another behavior that can show up is hiding. Because you don't feel like you are enough, you feel small, you want to hide the aspects that you don't feel safe. So you would just hide yourself away from people so that people don't find out that you're this, you're that, so that you feel protected, that you feel safe and you can control your own self-image or others. What people don't know, people can comment or judge anything because they don't know anything. Lastly, proving. So this is a very common concept. Some people can achieve so much, but still feel incredibly like they're not achieving enough. This can occur in multiple ways. You can be achieving academically, financially, career success, or building relationships or social connections or networking. You can prove it in so many other ways as well, but you have a standard. You feel like you have to achieve this, like this number of networking events. You have to be productive each and every day. You have to constantly prove yourself that you're worthy, you're worth it, to feel like you deserve to just be you. Now, how to fix it? Now, there is no one single best way, but here I'm just going to address one very specific example, a concrete, practical way for you to fix it. Proving and hiding and protecting, they all are trying to address something, but not addressing the core root problem. They just address the upper layers of behaviors. What do? We get a healthy pride. Now you might be thinking, I pressed this video because I want to know how to be proud of myself, and now you're telling me I have to have a healthy pride? Now, what is a healthy pride though? A healthy pride is anchored in a strong identity. So you have this solid identity for yourself that even though other people come and try to harm it, it doesn't get easily broken. It doesn't get easily fractured because your identity is strong. Confident enough to believe in yourself. Not every day or every time you do something or you achieve something, people are going to constantly compliment you or give you praises for that. You're on your own most of the time. Having a healthy pride means that you have enough confidence to believe in yourself even though nobody comes in and say, I believe in you. Secure enough to be wrong. Now, human nature, we're not always going to be perfect and we're going to make mistakes sometimes. Having a healthy pride means that you feel secure enough in your identity that even when you make some mistakes sometimes, you can just get up and then try again. Instead of saying or thinking that, oh, I'm hopeless or I'm a failure or I don't deserve to do this. Now, how do we get there? First off, anchoring. You have to focus on one core value for stability. Now, we can focus on multiple things at one time, but when you have so many things going on in your life, it can be very difficult to really ground yourself in one specific thing that you can feel proud of yourself. When you already feel proud enough in one single aspect, it can extend to other areas of your life because at that moment, you know what pride is. So for you to be able to do that, you have to start figuring out one single thing, just one core value. And then you set the standards for yourself. You define your personal values and expectations. You don't let anybody else define it for you. It's not an examination where teachers or other people decide for you what are the standards that you have to achieve. You define your own values that you want to achieve. What are your goals? You make them for yourself. You have to do it consistently. Maintain commitments to build trust. You have to promise yourself that you're going to achieve this, let's say 15 minutes a day. And you try to do it every 15 minutes a day. I say that you have to do it every 15 minutes a day, but it is possible some days that you get sick, some days that you're so busy. You missed it out. It's not ideal, but it's okay. You cover it up. You're not going to stop and say, oh, I'm a failure, I can't do this anymore. You miss one day, the next day, you come back, you do the 15 minutes again. If you can do more than 15 minutes, that's great. If you cannot do that, just do 15 minutes. Act as if the last day that you missed out isn't the end of the world. You embrace your flaws or mistakes if you make any, and then you keep on moving and keep on building this habit or building this small thing that you really value and want to take pride in. Mistake management. You learn from the errors and track your progress. Tracking progress is a very important thing because if you don't do that, how would you know that you're getting improved? Recognition for yourself. You celebrate your success because if you don't see how you're improving all the way from day one to month one to year one, you won't be able to have a reason to keep going if you don't see your progress. Now let's look at an example of it. You would dedicate 15 minutes a day for painting. It's also possible that you miss out 1 or 2 days in a month. That's fine. But this is the standard that you set for yourself. This is the goal. Now what do? You choose a subject. Maybe you want to paint nature paintings. Whichever that inspires you, you are the one who chooses the subject. You are the one who chooses how you want to paint. Is it acrylics painting? Is it watercolor? Is it sketching, drawing? Whatever that you want to do, you choose it for yourself. You practice freely. Nobody can come in and say to you, oh, you're doing it wrong this way. Oh, you should do this first. You should buy that tools. All of that, you decide for yourself. You don't let anybody else come and decide for you. You build the habit. Again and again, do it enough times routinely, and then establish a consistent painting routine. And if you want to change something at that point, you know what to change, you know what to fix, you know yourself and your routine well enough that you have a lot more control than when you started it. There, you started experiencing accomplishment and satisfaction as time goes on. You might not feel it at day 1 or week 1, or maybe even not at month 1, but the more you do it, you start feeling that I can do this, or I have some talent, or I have some value, I have some experience in this, something that you can showcase others, that you are capable, that you feel pride in this. And once you start doing this, it can also extend to other areas in your life. You only start in one place, but since your cup is getting filled more and more in this one particular place, you know the feeling of what it feels like to have a full cup, or at least a half cup. Then that feeling can extend into other areas of your life. So there you have it, a few concrete steps for you to get there, to feel pride in yourself. It's not really a small journey, it's a continuous journey that you go over and over again throughout your entire life. And the more you do it, the more pride that you can feel yourself. So set your own timer, set your own timelines and goals, and I wish you the best of luck. I hope this video helps you, and I'll see you next time.